Damien Kindler and I cover all the costs of administration and legal and banking and blah, blah, blah. But we do small online auctions, and we do, little charitable conventions and things. So anyway, that's the impetus behind Sanctuary for Kids. And we support really, really small charities. And one of them is the Nepal Orphans Home, which Kamal, who used to run my website, volunteered at. And he came back and he sent me the most incredible email and pictures and just said, I am transformed. This place is amazing. And so I started doing some research and hooked up with the people who run it. And so Jill Bodie, who is the other person behind Sanctuary for Kids, and myself got to go to Nepal. And we were in Kathmandu. We visited with the Nepal Orphans Home, as well as some other groups while we were there. Groups primarily dealing with trafficked women and children. Heart-wrenching stories, but this speaks to the incredible resilience and open hearts and beauty of the Nepali people, that everyone we met was so gracious and so loving. And the girls at this orphanage, there's one house of boys, but I stayed at Sanctuary House, partly because of the donations that we have made. They were able to open another house, and they called it Papa's Goomba House, and Goomba is the Nepali word for sanctuary. So again, the power of fandom and the power of just a simple movement. So 27 more children were added to the orphanage roster, and it united 7 sets of sisters, this one house, who had been separated and potentially were never going to see each other again. And they were reunited because of Sanctuary House. So we got to go. So it was an incredible gift to be able to go and see what they needed. We took crank lanterns that our crew all contributed money to buying these crank lanterns, because in Kathmandu, 15 to 18 hours a day they are without electricity. And we took crayons, I'm big into art, so we took crayons and art supplies, and these kids were phenomenal and happy, brilliant, beautiful children who will change this world. The one thing that struck Jill and I while we were there was the incredible need, and we felt like, God, we're just tiny drops in the bucket, and that, I know I feel like that as an actor in this industry, or sometimes you feel like that as a fan, like just a drop in the bucket. But honestly, from that drop in the bucket, amazing ripples emanate. And that, it was never more clear than when we were in Nepal that that's what was happening. That, 132 children at this house are being educated. And, they say if you educate a woman, you educate the village, and therefore the ripple effect. So kudos to you guys for your support. But if you want to check it out, check out sanctuaryforkids.org, and there's actually a blog called the Nepal blog, and there's pictures of some of the kids. So if you get a chance, that as well.